What's up? What's going on, everybody? As you can tell, we are in a little bit different of an environment. Currently camping in my trailer, aka my home. If you watched the last video, you'd see that we were in the trailer for some skiing. That was kind of like the inaugural trip. Had to get the feel of things, test everything out, and I've currently been living in the trailer now for about 2 months. The point of today is to show you how long we can be off-grid with the current setup that I have updated inside the trailer. It is currently a 200 amp hour battery, lithium ion. It's important to tell you that because it lets you know how far down we can run that battery. If it's lithium ion, you can usually run it down to about 20%. You can even fully deplete it, but it starts wearing the battery out, and so I don't deplete it any further past 20%. So that's our goal today, is to kind of track everything I use. And so those that are looking to figure out what battery capacity you want to buy, you can kind of use this as a reference, as I'm not going to be super stingy with my electrical use. I of course live in it, so I'll go through all the appliances that I pretty much would use in a day. We're going to be out here boondocking. I do have a generator. I'm currently charging it up now because we did stay here yesterday and we drained it to about 30%, and I wanted to obviously get a full charge to exemplify how far we can get with a full battery. Honestly, the best way to understand how much you're pulling is to get one of those, I believe they're called a kilowatt. Plug it into the outlet and it has outlets on it. You would then plug your appliance into the adapter and it lets you know how much you're pulling. And so that's kind of how I generally got an idea of how much power I wanted here. So let me just run you through the appliances that we're pretty much going to use. Again, I'm not being stingy with my electrical use. We'll go ahead and walk through it now. So I do actually have a full PC build. I use this for gaming, and I also use it a little bit of work and just surfing the internet kind of things. I also have a television. I usually use that for just like noise in the background and then maybe movie nights and stuff. The other thing would be my 12-volt fridge. I have a full-size 12-volt fridge, almost basically residential size. I do have that actually on eco mode, so it's going to be cold, but it takes longer to get cold because it's going to try and pull less amount of power. Eco mode. Let's see, we got PC, TV, refrigerator. We're not on a water supply. Only water we have is what we have on board. I believe that's 52 gallons. We do run a water pump. If we want to heat our water, we do have propane heating. You do have electric. I'm not going to use it. It pulls a lot of power to heat it. It's great when you're on shore power, but is not very efficient when you're out here boondocking. So we're going to be using the propane heat instead if we need it. I usually probably won't need hot water out here. It's supposed to be 80 degrees today, so I don't think we're going to be using hot water. I think that's it. I guess I have a microwave. I'll probably end up using the microwave. Again, it pulls a lot of power, but it doesn't pull it for very long. Usually you're not heating something in the microwave for like 5 minutes. It's usually like a minute. So keep that in mind. And then I will show you where we will keep track of the power. Unfortunately, it's in a spot that I don't really like at the moment because my cord isn't long enough. So I'm buying a bigger cord so I can actually mount it in a more convenient spot. But we have it right here. Okay, so this keeps track of our power usage. 199 amp hours. We have a 200 amp hour battery as mentioned, 100%. So basically what we're at right now, it says we can run whatever we're running now for 57 hours and 48 minutes, as you can see right here. I do think it's going to change because the generator is currently running. It sees the generator. It's going to pull all the energy we need from the generator, won't pull from the batteries. That's why we're seeing the 0 watts right there, most likely. I think we'll see that change as soon as I take the generator off. This is the first time I've actually had this out boondocking. I have built the system for this. Granted, it's not an insane system, but the idea was to be able to get out here and not have to be plugged into a generator constantly. Without further ado, we got 200 amp hours of battery. We're going to disconnect from this generator. We're going to enjoy our time out here in the woods. Perfect. Again, this isn't a trailer tour, but one thing I really enjoy, ooh, muddy, are these Mopica sensors. They're Bluetooth. They hook up to an app on your phone. Really enjoyed that. I've been keeping them on the propane. I actually have one also mounted on my freshwater tank. Again, these things are super sweet. All right, so we're unplugged from the generator right now. We should have a power usage and an estimate as to how long we can run that power usage. My TV's on right now, and I have a stove light on. If we read appropriately, at 99%, we are using that bottom right corner as your usage. We're using 162 watts. At this current state, we can run it for 16 hours and 4 minutes. Most of that's gonna be coming from the TV. So we got that all settled. We're gonna go about our morning, about our day. There's breakfast and a view. I know some people are gonna ask, Cole, where do you eat food if you have a desk and no table? Well, I removed the original table that was in here to put the desk, because I'd use that way more. And either A, I eat while standing, or I live the full trailer park, trailer person life. And I use this little TV dinner stand. You know, just got done taking a short little walk, exploring around, getting outside. Mind if I hop in? The TV has been running for a few hours now. Just checked it, we're at 83%. Doing pretty good. We're also going to open the screen door. It's getting kind of warm out, so get some more airflow going through the trailer. The plan, once we get done working a little bit here, is to go out to the lake and do a little bit of fishing. 83% is not bad, and it's about 2 o'clock. So, we're doing pretty good. Just pop up here, like that. Okay, here we go. Driven down the road a little bit. I am at a spot I've never been to, but I've always driven past, and there's a little trail headed to the river, so I'm gonna go check that out. Let's get at her. Pretty decent. Oh, there's fish right here. I just saw one jump. I like that one. I really like that one. All right, folks. Fortunately, I think I got a couple nibbles. Also, it looks really majestic right now. This is, I have to take a couple photos. Nothing to show for. Quite honestly, I think I had the wrong fly set up. Otherwise, I think we're gonna pack everything up and get back to the trailer. Psst. There he is. Come on. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yay! Oh, we have made it back in one piece. And it looks like the trailer's still in one piece. Let's see where we're sitting with our energy usage. Again, we used the TV and the computer for quite a bit today. 5-0, and with what we're using now, we can run it for 15 hours, which is pretty much just the overhead lights. Yeah, I'm gonna get food going. I'm pretty hungry. Gonna do some goodles with some ground beef. This guy already scarfed his food, and he's pretty tired. That's a win. Ground beef, macaroni and cheese. I'm excited. It's tasting pretty good. Alright, folks, I'm going to settle in for the night. We are at 46%. Otherwise, I'm going to turn in for now. I'll catch you guys in the morning. We've drained the battery pretty good. I think I stayed up for another hour on the computer last night. This is where we're looking. We're going to go ahead and get outside and start the generator up before our whole system shuts down. And let this guy out to go potty. Actually got pretty cold last night. Got down to like 55 in the trailer. I woke up to the heater turning on, and it's pretty chilly out this morning. We're going to get the drone up. lights on. We're actually gonna turn the heat on. It's 54. It got cold last night. My pump is 65, and by the time it warms up in here, the sun should be shining. So that's actually the most I have ever drained the battery so far. I don't remember what I left at, but I put in probably another hour on the computer, and that's pulling almost 300 watts. Yeah, so something to keep in mind. The idea was to just kind of run that battery out and see how much I could run off of it for how long, and hopefully give you an idea of what 200 amp hours looks like, because you never really know unless you're actually tracking every single usage. And you know, some of those things you gotta remember to track, like your fridge or your lights or your heater, stuff like that. The video is not gonna end here. We're gonna go out fishing and enjoy outside a little bit more today. Let's get some coffee rolling. Also, I swear I'm not trailer trash, like covering up a broken window. I know you probably saw this. This was honestly just to keep heat in during the winter months. I'd taken some of it down, and some of it I guess I didn't take down fully. Like there's probably another one behind there. But yeah, I don't have broken windows. It was just to insulate the place a little bit. Alright, it's been about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. We're fully charged. Nice. There definitely is something to be said about having solar over a generator. Any generator is going to be noisy. This one isn't too bad, but it's just so much better when the generator's not running. So solar is in the cards, just not at the moment. I haven't used gasoline in the generator yet. This is actually the first time I'm using this generator, but I will say the dual fuel is pretty sick. Not having to have gasoline and just use your extra propane tank, pretty slick. And I think it's more efficient with the propane. Gotta look at the box though. The oven works pretty well. The only complaint I have is that if you don't rotate what you're cooking in there, it will burn the bottom. So I've heard doing like a what's it, like a pizza oven, a pizza stone. I believe it's called like a pizza stone. So it might be something to try, but for right now I just kind of rotate whatever I throw in there. So every few minutes just move it. Oh yeah. All right, skip a little bit ahead. We have come back to where we were fishing yesterday. Stopped by the local fly shop to pick up some flies because I feel like I don't have a good variety. So felt like I was missing a couple flies that would help out and catch a little bit more fish. We'll see if that proves true. But again, back where we were yesterday. I'm gonna set a timer for about an hour, because it's really easy to get lost back here for 3 hours and not realize how quickly time has passed by. So I'm gonna set that timer for an hour and see what we can get. We're gonna go right back to where we were because I really like that spot. I just felt like I was fishing it wrong. Nothing yet. Alright, trying out a new theory here. We just got our first bite. All right, folks, I saw the fish, didn't catch any of the fish, came up empty-handed, still had fun. We are getting ready to pack everything up, so I'm gonna clean up everything inside here, get it all set up so nothing falls over, hopefully, when we transport, and we're gonna get up on out of here. did pretty good. Usually I have to figure out where exactly I want to put these things in the middle so it doesn't catch anything. Like I mentioned, folks, we're gonna go ahead and dump our fresh water. Again, our fresh water. I'm not polluting the environment, just getting rid of some weight. Also want to open up this so you don't create a huge siphon. There you go. This thing is towing so much lighter than on our way here. Holy smokes. Big change for just dumping some water. Granted, we still have our gray and black tanks, but we don't have our fresh water tank as well on top of it. So yeah, this thing's pulling a lot better.